Hello friends. You know you can get a butchering chart on any animal. The butchering chart simply tells you what each cut is. And if you look on this chart right in the center, there's 5 basic cuts. Then you make all the other cuts from that. I don't know why homesteaders on YouTube are so intimidated about butchering. Let's go over it and talk about it a little bit. Only in America. Let's go over a few things. And it all boils down to that right there. That's one of the best books on the market. I highly suggest that book. I want you to look at that iced tea. Oh my, it's pretty good. But I was going to kind of go over a few things with you. And we'll talk about it. Let's talk about butchering a little bit today. I've butchered animals ever since I was about 5 years old. My daddy showed me how to do it. My family's been butchering animals for a long time. But it's easier than you think it is. And I just want to kind of go over it. There's literature on the internet you can get. There's videos on the internet, a few. And there's butchering charts, books, magazines. But there's some things I'm going to go over with you. This is just going to be part 1. Part 2, we'll go over some of the tools. But butchering in America has been around for a long time. I had some people a few years back, and I don't discriminate, black, white, or yellow. We'll say it that way. The brothers got together and said it was the best kept secret in America. I told them, no, it's not. It's been going on for a long time. You just didn't know anything about it. But we're going to kind of go over the hog today, pork. I see a lot of homestead videos, and believe me, I watch a lot of videos. But I never see you butchering the animals. With the exception of a chicken or two. But it's that time of year. It's starting to get cooler out. It's a good time to do it. And like I say, hogs, they're one of the easiest ones. Deer are extremely easy. A hog has basically 5 cuts on it. On this chart, there's 8 cuts. You take that 8 cuts, and then you turn it into all this. We're not worried about all this. We're just worried about the 8 cuts we're going to make. If you cut a piece wrong, you could still eat it. If you cut a T-bone steak that thick, you could still cook it. If you get a pork chop that thick, you could still cook it. You know, you got the bacon, a lot of sausage comes out of the hog, got the front shoulder, which is called the pork butt. By the way, the pork butt is not on the back of the hog, it's on the front. I've had people got that misconstrued and tell me that's the back. No, the back is the ham. But you can get all these cuts real quick. I've made this video before several times on butchering. It's easier than you think it is. And used to, our government issued these pamphlets. I don't know if you can see that one or not, but they came from the government, and our government wanted us to know how to do these things, how to raise chickens, how to butcher hogs, how to raise them. And used to you could get anything agriculture from the government. And again, I got paperwork in here from the government. I've got pictures from the government and letters from the government, the Department of Agriculture, I believe. And this was in 2009. I'm not absolutely sure if the government prints them anymore. I can't get any information other than they sent me this one. Now, this is a 1949 issue. But again, you can get on the internet. You can get your own butchering charts. There's one on pork. You can get them on chicken, lamb, veal, deer, fish. And here's one for beef. If I don't have it upside down, that's for beef. And you'll notice there are just 8 cuts on the beef. And then you turn it into all the other cuts, and there can be, I think there's 30 some cuts you can get from beef. You don't have to cut them all, but whatever cut you make, always keep in mind you can eat it. You can make something out of it, that's for sure. And I highly recommend this book. It's got, I'll show you real quick here. A lot of good information on butchering in there. On the hog. And we're just using the hog today because it's a good example. Here's butchering charts. I've got my own notebook I've had for about 40 years. It's got all the charts in it for anything and everything that if I run across something new, I put it in here. A lot of in there how to cure smoked meat. Real quick, like I say, this is just part 1. This pamphlet came from the Morton Salt Company. My father got this pamphlet from them probably 60 years ago. I take that back. I was about 16. He got that about 50 years ago. He got it from the Morton Salt Company. Sent after it, I think it was free. I'm not sure. There's all kinds of good information in this. Good luck finding one of these. But today, when you send after it, this is what you get. It is not. It's not the same thing as this one. They've changed everything around. This is the best one. How to sugar cure your pork. And you can sugar cure other pieces of meat as well. Beef, deer, and you can smoke it. But you can get this book. This is a really, really good book. It's on how to butcher everything. Rabbits, chicken, deer, hogs, beef, how to kill them, where to make the cut, to bleed them. And if you don't have the place to do it, I understand that. But you can always buy a quarter or a side of beef, cut it up on your kitchen table and practice from there. You don't have to go through all the blood and gut and scanning, and you can get a quarter beef or a quarter of a hog or a half a hog and cut it up yourself, and you'll learn a great deal. You know, the times that are coming with all the shipping containers and the leadership in the country, who knows what tomorrow's going to bring, but it doesn't hurt to learn how to butcher just a little bit. And I have had a lot of people over the years, black, white, and yellow, come and learn how to butcher. And I don't discriminate. Especially if they're going to give me part of that pork or that beef or whatever. Some of them are still butchering today. And I've had a few females that's butchered with me as well. My wife, my daughter, and Donna from Dream. That's right, Donna from Dream Creation and Adventures. She came and helped me process a hog. But here's a nice book on smoking. Smoking the meat, and we're not cooking it. We're not talking a hot smoke, we're talking a cold smoke. And like I say, I see a lot of huge YouTube channels got tens of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I have yet to see you butcher an animal. And I'm not talking about a chicken. Anybody can cut a chicken up. There's that book. Then here's a good book, a very good book, Sausage Recipes and Meat Curing. And it's got some very good information in it as well. But I did want to make this video. Again, this is part one. We'll go over some of the tools in the next video. I really hope you can find the video here useful, and that I wholeheartedly encourage you to cut one up yourself. They've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years. They're doing it all over the world. It is not the best kept secret in the world. It is going on right now today, believe me. There's a lot of people that are cutting up their own pork even as we speak in some states. And it's going to get colder. It's a very good time to do it. But I hope you find this useful. And real quick, if you can ever get any information on our government, and I'm not talking about that it's, our government's got it stored in in the YouTube or in Google, and you can, I want to know, can you get the actual paraphernalia from them, the booklet? And like I say, that booklet, it was on everything. My father had a whole library of them that he got from the government. Foolishly, I didn't get them. And they're lost. They're lost forever. But again, that's about all I got for you. I want to say God bless to you. And I want to see you butcher some animals. I mean, I've watched your videos, and a lot of them. And like I say, there's some huge channels out there. I'm just not understanding, you're raising the animals, you're putting a lot of money into them, you're making it happen, and then you're taking it to the processor and having it done. I'm not understanding that part. You could save a lot of money by doing it yourself. We say good day to you. Thanks for coming by and watching the video. We'll catch you in the next one.